I literally hit play and then started yawning. Hey y'all, what's up? I hope everyone has had a great week. Um, I tried to watch most of Raw or half of it. I watched it right after I got off. Got my son came home, watched it, and watched Smackdown. Went to go get his pizza. I ate leftovers, and then he, you know. So we're excited because for his birthday, I tell y'all certain cities I go to go watch the shows. His birthday, we went to Raleigh for Raw. It came in March. His birthday's in February. And Monday, they're coming to Greensboro. I went to college in Greensboro at North Carolina A&T. Happy Pride. Um, and I'm going. I said, what about Raw? He was like, I want to go to Wrestlemania. So we're trying to go there too. My son, it'll be our first. I want to take my niece. Her parents, um, it's a situation with her, and she's never done anything, like nothing. Every time she wants to do something because they don't have money or whatever, they come up with a reason for her to be on punishment, and she'll be 18 next April. So I told her she can come with us. Hope even if she doesn't go to, my goal is for us to go to Friday night SmackDown and night 2 of WrestleMania. I told her she can pick one. I don't know if I'll have money for both. But I'm trying. Okay. I've been in Vegas for the first time 3 years ago, but anyways, I want to do that with her. I want to do something fun with her, because her birthday's April 2nd, so it's either that or we go on a cruise or something. But she hasn't experienced really childhood. She hasn't really experienced teenage life as a regular teenager, so it's something I'm trying to do for her. And also, my son and I, instead of doing something on his birthday, he would rather go to WrestleMania instead. Anyways, tonight's show was great. Okay, my brain is still kind of on Raw because I'm thinking about the match with like Io and Shayna, which they cooked. Okay, the Jay and Gunther one surprised me. Um, it really did surprise me because in my brain I thought Gunther was going to win it, and I was like, if we, not Gunther, sorry, Dragunov. So if we were going based off a skill set, I'm hitting Raw first. I think Dragunov is a little better. I'm a major fan of him since NXT. If we're going off popularity, I would say Jay. Um, Sorry y'all if I keep looking up. I have Young Justice on my TV, and I watched, I think all of it, but it shows up on my timeline since I was talking about it, and it's certain stuff that I missed, and I was like, I don't remember that. Anyways, so yeah, so I was like going off of that, right? Because I was like, it's gonna be Dragunov versus Gunther, which I could not wait. First of all, Dragunov versus Ricochet, and I was saying this for the past year. Ricochet, man, let me tell you, one of my favorites in Raw. First of all, out of the two programs, even with Roman coming on and with Jimmy being on SmackDown, and LA being on SmackDown, and KO being on SmackDown, whom I love, he's one of my favorites currently. And I love Montez too. But Raw, man, like the interaction between Pat and Cole, like Corey and Wade have a connection, but it's nothing like Pat and Cole. And then I think any tag team is better off on Raw, especially if you want to be amongst the greats. I feel like, in my opinion, like they have more women, they have more men because it's an extra hour. So like if they were to move both of the tag teams over there and just have all the single competitors on SmackDown, that would work too. Single competitors and factions one side, all the tag teams on Raw and SmackDown, that works too. But that match with Shayna and Io, I was surprised with the outcome because I honestly thought Shayna was going to win. Wasn't mad at the outcome, no, but like I was so surprised. All the outcomes I honestly was surprised about. The Jay and Dragunov one. I honestly thought it was gonna be Dragunov and Gunther, and then Gunther winning. Um, and then him losing to whomever at Saudi. But Gunther and Dragunov is, let me tell you, when they get in the ring together, that thing gonna cook, okay? And then it was Lyra and Zoe. Lyra ends up winning, but oh, that wasn't even the match I was thinking about. I still want the rematch with when Oscar gets better with her and Lyra, okay? Because that was one of the ones I was excited about, and I know she couldn't do it because she's out. A lot of the people are out. Like, are they really injured, or are they taking it like hiatus or vacation? Because um, they was like Maxine ended up coming fighting instead of Zelina because she got injured. Dagon Oscar got injured. KO we know was injured. We saw that. Um, Drew is injured. CM Punk is injured. Big E's been injured. Dagon. So is Charlotte. So it. I know I'm missing some people. That's how many people is out. But this one, I said, this is the quality of WWE because, like I said last week, that you can tell that they have great A stars because it's people that are major stars and have major like involvements, and they have the pivot stories that have been out, and they're still like doing their thing. And a lot of people are saying Jimmy was injured, and I think Rakisha put up a picture like he's injured. And honestly, with the chair over his neck, he might have got injured a little bit, maybe soloed it and turned a little bit. But in my honest opinion, I think he just took time off. His kids are older. I think one of them is graduating or about to graduate or something like that. Then you got prom and end of the year stuff. Like, I think he wants to be there to see his kids go to prom and graduate. Like, that makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like it because I feel like if it was an injury situation, his wife would have addressed it, or at least like put up a "I love you" or something. Like she posts all the time, so um, I and she wasn't even on there tonight, so that just makes me think that um they're getting ready for prom or graduation. Florida gets out around, I know Seminole County because that's where I used to live at. Seminole, Orange County get out, and my mama now she bought a house in Polk County. They get out around Memorial Day, like the Friday before, or like the Tuesday after, which is stupid because I don't know who's going to school unless you really want to say goodbye and see like last minute friends the day after Memorial Day. But and I know they go back at like the end of July. Okay, um, that's kind of like the modified kids up here in North Carolina. And then in the DMV where I'm from, DC and them, they go after the day after Labor Day, and then they get out like June 10th. But anyways, yeah, my son is gonna be excited because Jay advances. So Kofi and Gunther cooked, and I was like, this is how you know that Gunther won certain matches just so he can maintain the title as IC champion. Because I could have sworn Kofi and Gunther have fought like in January something for the IC title, and Kofi lost. But for him and Gunther to have a match for like 15, 20 minutes and him get put in the crab 2.5 times because one of them was a half crab, all of that. Kofi even pulled out the SOS, okay? And Gunther was real close. And then when Gunther came out and Kofi, I think one time was up and two, he was like, okay, this has got to end. If it was meant for Gunther to win the match, they sold that one better than the one in January. I will say that. But I was like, that's the Kofi I ended up loving. Like, when I started back watching him, that's the one I started loving. And it wasn't even, I didn't even know he had a fake Jamaican accent. I just loved his style and um, his agility and all that in the ring. Like, I used to see him walk along the barricade and do flips and stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, so, like, to me, like, Kofi's always been in the game, one of my favorites, and I was like, Gunther getting his kicked, okay? Because these men that's in their early 40s, LA Knight, AJ Styles, Randy, KO, Kofi, they still got it. You know what I'm saying? They can still hold it down. And they're vets. Like, yeah, Gunther's been in it for a while. Because I think when they did the Survivor Series back before they did War Games and it was NXT versus Smackdown and Raw, he was still Walter. He was pretty good, but you ain't been in there as long as Kofi's been in there. Okay. But anyways, SmackDown was really good. I'm really sad that production didn't do graphics as per usual. They haven't done it in a couple weeks. I will say that Tiffany and Bianca cooked. Okay, first of all, Bianca came out in the blue. Loved her in the blue. She's giving Princess Jasmine. It was the same blue Princess Jasmine had on Aladdin. Then Princess, Jasmine got that long black hair. Bianca got the long black ponytail, okay? And then she fought Tiffany. I don't even remember what Tiffany had on. She had on purple. She had like a purple pink, okay? And then I'm like, the audience is kind of like France, but not really, because France gave, every time AJ did something, they cheered, and every time Cody did something, they cheered. Like, the audience gave confused, because at one point in time, half of them was saying EST and Tiffy time, and I was couldn't really hear. And then one point they were saying EST, and then the people in the front were going Tiffy time, whatever. And it's negative stuff on social media, so I'm not going to get on that, because people was like, how do we feel about Tiff? And people was saying negative things and stuff like that about her being another blonde person that's like a Tori Wilson or a knockoff Mandy or Trish or something like that. I don't get that, okay? I will say she is very athletic. She is very, very great at what she does. I understand the call up, because when I was watching NXT and I watched her for a couple weeks, and it wasn't just her coming out, like that part might need a little bit of work, because you need more like range other than, daddy spoiled princess and Tiffy time and all that. But when I saw her in the ring, I was like, I get it. Okay? And it's not just because she's a gymnast. Like, I get it. She is very good. Her and Bianca did their thing, okay? And at one point they kept reversing it and stuff like that. And I was waiting for it, because I was like, Tiff done fought Naomi 3 or 4 times. She done fought Michin a couple times. And now it's Bianca. Because I was like, she done had an encounter with all of them. Okay? When she first came out and was like, excuse me, why nobody going to congratulate me for coming to Smackdown? Or something she said like that. And then Bianca hit it with her, girl, And I was crying laughing. And then she was like something about, I'm the best, or whatever she said. And then I think she smacked Michin. And she was like, you won't have me stand on business tonight, right? Bet. And I think the next time she did something in, I think Naomi got missed it. And she did something in front of, like in their face. And I was like, girl, you looking to look. And I was like, it's going to be a matter of time before she had to fight Bianca. So they fought. And then she got her knee attacked. That Bianca might have to go to, if she don't have to do as many appearances, well, now she champion again. God dang it. I was about to say, she didn't have to do as many appearances. She could go to PT on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, get that knee together. Because it's been like that since her, Charlotte, and Asuka fought. And then Io took the title from her. So then they had a fight. So she had the knee thing. Then when she was pulling the thing, she's like, no. And the ref told her to get away. She poked the ref and poked Bianca in the eye. And I was like, what is happening? So then after that, she I say, first of all, girl, you ain't study who you fought against, okay? Cause yeah, Tiffany, you good, but Bianca done got whole live missed it, okay? Could not see and still won. You think her getting hit in the knee and then poked in the eye is not gonna make her more determined to hit her? And I don't know if the house shows she got KOD'd or not, but the women say the KOD and the Riptide are like the hurt the most, those two. So if this is her first KOD, she might have to put some ice on her back. Just saying, okay? Then it was the whole exchange between, and then my girl Bianca won, okay? Bianca's my girl. And someone had put up, was like, she is the GOAT for me. And I said, okay, can we talk about that? And then it's the whole rumor she's pregnant because he put up two. Montez put up like 3 kids and he only got 2 and stuff like that. And someone was like, well, how she do that and deliver and stuff like that? And I joked and I was like, she could be under 12 weeks and still fight in the ring. I was like, first of all, women that have abs like that, it takes longer for them to show. They could be 5-6 months pregnant. 2, when you under 12 weeks, your baby is a bean. Okay? When I first saw my son on the ring, I was 8 weeks. He was a bean like this, going like this. Now he almost as tall as me. He's 10 years old. Which I don't believe the rumors. I'm just saying. And then I was like, well, maybe he put up 3 kids because she called him daddy. Okay? That was just my thought. But I'm just saying, we grown. Okay? So then the exchange between LA and Carmelo was hilarious to me because Carmelo came up with this little attitude like, hey, you ain't say hey to me, I joined Smackdown, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And he got put in his place because he was like, ain't nobody gonna remember no HIM. He said, oh, you know how to spell? I said, oh, I know how to spell. I said, first of all, my man's LA Knight is from Maryland, okay? We don't went through this before. He closer to DMV, the DC metropolitan area. So he's from Maryland, the part that's in between the PG County part of Maryland, which is part of DMV, and Baltimore. Somewhere in between there. Like, you don't joan or come for people or go on people from the area, okay? Just saying, you're gonna lose every time. I'm just saying. Me being from there, you're not about to win. If you win, it's because they don't feel like putting up with your foolishness or they don't care. Like, you not about to, I don't care if you're from Boston, I don't care if you're from New York, it's not happening. Okay? Okay? Just letting you know that. Look, everybody else. Okay? You think you might be going on somebody or be like, oh, I just cooked them. You really didn't. And if you did, like I said, it's because they held back. Because they got a lot they could say back. Okay? I'm just saying. But it was hilarious. Because I was like, he got cooked. Somebody was like, that LA Mello feud or match is going to be lit. And I was like, okay. I'm like, man, I should not be eating these. This is my favorite one, too. So, what is going on? Why you drop that controller every day? You all right? I don't understand how it fall on your toe and you in a whole gaming chair. Child of mine. Okay. Oh, what's also funny about Raw and was cute is when they showed Nia and Jade first of all. No, that was today. When they showed on Raw coming up, they showed Kofi and Gunther, okay, and then they showed and Dragunov, and then they showed, which I like this jacket. It's giving Russian royalty with the fur because it's cold there and but they showed Jay and Jace, which is cute. And people was like, I thought you said you wasn't bringing him no more. And I was like, and part of me wanted him to lose just for that reason. Just for that reason. Like, I know he's the hottest thing out, or one of the hottest people out right now. And they're traveling a lot. WWE's traveling a lot. And it was like that. And the next 2 months, if you include Backlash, we have like 4 or 5 PLEs and 4 months in the UK. I mean, in Europe, the Europe area. You know what I want to, if we will ever have a PLE in South Korea. Just random. I want a PLE or a Smackdown. Not a live, not a house show in Mexico. Okay? I want lucha rules. like in one of the matches. Like how they had Backlash in Puerto Rico and they had that street fight, which I still think should have been the last match against Damien and Bad Bunny. Like, I want a lucha rule match for one of the matches in Mexico. And then when you get to Berlin, I want a German style match in Germany. Like, cater to the people there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense, show the culture through a match. So, like, if we was to go wrestle in Samoa, okay, Samoa, have one of the matches be rules of the a match there, that they have a famous match. Then you get to Berlin, like, have Gunther or somebody start a match, have it like, because like I told y'all before, like, okay, Japanese people, the German people, the Mexican people, the Samoan people, they got this wrestling thing on lock. Like, everybody else, I feel like is catching up. But them 4 countries, okay, they got moves named after them, okay? Like, I don't think none of the other countries got moves named after them that I know of. I mean, I'm back new to watching this. I could be wrong, and a lot of times I am wrong. I'm not even going to deny that. But I'm just saying, like, So, yeah, so then he walked down, guy was like, how you going to do against, like, RKO? And he was like, I'm him, this, that, and the third, when he give you the RKO. I said, okay, let's see about that. So then it was LA Knight versus Tama. And I got my answer on Twitter because I was confused. Because when he was doing that noise, I was like, what the hell going on? I said, is this normal? Like, to the people that's been watching him on NJPW, or is this new? Okay? Because I didn't know. Okay? So I found out it was new. To me, people was like saying he was making dry heaving sounds. Like, to me, he sounded like Taz on Tasmania, that cartoon. That's exactly what he sounded like to me. And I mean, it could be like a call or something like that from his culture. And if it is, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be insensitive. I'm ignorant, so I don't know when it comes to you. Like, I don't know anything really about your style or anything like that. So, forgive me if it is. But if it's not, why y'all have him do that? Like, did he come up to do that, or did y'all ask him to do that? Like, I don't get it. And then Solo grew his sides out, or he colored all of it except for the sides when he got his fade. Because I was like, oh, the sides is black. And I was like, huh. And then I was like, I think he had on a red jacket today, not a black one. Okay. And was Paul there? Honestly, I wasn't even looking for real. I think Paul was there and said nothing. Yeah, he was, because he asked him, has he talked to Roman today? He was. And he was like, I talked to him every day. And I was like, now I know you lying, okay? I know you lying. Okay? Jay was a right-hand man. And Jay was out. And when Roman was out, I know the twins weren't talking to him every day. They were just executing the last message that he gave them when he last saw them. And that was wreck everyone and leave or whatever. Do what you got to do to stay on top. It wasn't nothing else like that. Yeah, so I was like, so then he comes out. I think first they went to commercial, so I didn't even get to see him go up on the ring like he did last week. And then LA came out. So they was like, basically, Carmelo, he was telling Carmelo, like, you hype, you good, but you ain't getting the hype that I got. Like, I got the hype. Everybody know me. He said, watch this, LA, and then people was, watch my shorts. Hold on, y'all. My shorts is getting up too high. Okay, so then Carmelo ended, LA ended up fighting Tama, right? Match was going pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Standard bloodline stuff. I think he gets up to Solo and was like, hit me, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you want to do? Okay. Solo ain't end up hitting him. Tama's brother ended up getting him. And then ref ain't see it, of course. and then Tama ends up winning. So then when he comes to the back, Melo's like, so what happened with you both supposed to be winning your match? He's about to talk to Kathy. Kathy looked good in that royal blue, okay? He's about to talk to her. He ended up pushing Melo. And I said, if that match is happening next week, I'm here for that. I can't wait for that. Okay? So then Bianca ends up talking to the Jade. And she was like, oh, you did your thing. How's your knee? Stuff like that. And she was like, it's good. Basically, she was like, it's going to be good if we fight. Okay? And she was like, all right, girl. Okay? And then Jade have on her like teal blue. Both of them look good. They always match or get close enough colors when they match, even if they don't have a match together. That's why I was like, Bianca, girl, your sewing machine gonna be busy, okay? Cause I don't know what kind of gear. Um, I don't know all the gear that Jay has, but I know it's probably some colors in that gear that you probably don't wear or haven't worn in a long time. That, yeah. So she was like, oh, so what time is it? She was like, time to go night night. And they went to bed or whatever. And she was like, okay, you do your thing. And I was like, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love the interaction. You could tell they are genuine friends from that. It didn't even sound like a promo. It sounded like me talking to my sister, my homegirl. And we like, girl, she thought she did that, but like, she ain't do nothing, okay? To sit there and embarrass herself, okay? No, or whatever we would say. And then I was like, because it's authentic, it's not forced. Because when you try to, some people, you give them a script, okay, they gonna basically get put the summary of the script in their promo, and they gonna kill it. It don't matter if they make it up in their head or if they go on based off the writing of the writers. They gonna kill it, okay? You already know who my top promo people are for men and women. Okay, we ain't gotta go there. Then currently, then you got some people, they can't do script. Okay, they could barely do top off the head. Okay, they're great in the ring, but some need a little help. Okay, and then some, when they do get the script, they say it how it's supposed to be said, but there's no emotion behind it. So then you're like, as a spectator that's watching, you kind of confused because you be like, okay, so I don't like. Basically, the promos are supposed to tell us how to feel. So I don't know how to feel if you basically just reading it like, okay, you did this to me last week, and we're gonna go and we're gonna fight in the ring, and you try to give a little emotion, but it's still a little dead, and you sitting there like, what is happening? Like that's how I felt when it wasn't a script type thing, but that's how I felt when Carlito had got out of the Smackdown match, and then did what he did to Dragon Lee and walked off, and I was like, that was bad, in my opinion. I don't know. I was like, like, it's some people that can't. They just can't. And that's fine. Like, they know they came in here, they love wrestling for wrestling. They didn't come here for all the promos. They don't get a lot of promos. And if they have a tag team partner or something like that, they let their partner talk. Like, if you know that's you, do what you do. Okay? But some people just, they can't. Okay? Like, I don't even know how Otis is in promos, to be honest, because I think Chad did most of them the past 2 years. Except for Otis going, oh yeah, like, I don't even know. This is random. His hair about to come down. So then, I think Logan and Cody comes out, and I forgot Alicia was a SmackDown ring announcer until I think I heard her sing Cody. No, she said Logan's name, and I said, wait. And I said, oh, I forgot. Okay, I'm kind of mad they didn't show her because I wanted to see what she had on. I knew it was going to be something fabulous. Okay, like, she is my eccentric, I can't talk, eccentric queen. Okay, Whatever she decides to wear, it's gonna be cute. It could be spikes. It could be a hippie gown. It could be a blazing pants. Like, however she pieces it together, it's gonna be pieced together. Okay, that's one thing about an artist. And you know if someone is genuinely an artist through and through, in every fiber in their being, the way they dress, the way they style their hair, the way they sing, the way they talk, the way they walk, how they look at the world, how they listen to music, like just general. And then you know, have people that are, I would say, a different type of artist or semi-artist, because they're only good in the art of one or two things. But like people that are walking, breathing, like she gives me walking, breathing, talking, like she exudes it, if that makes sense. Okay, it's more people that express their art form in every way possible, and I feel like Alicia's one of those people. Like you gonna get it, you gonna get it, and you gonna tell about how she, what she wears, how she's feeling, and her creativity. You gonna get it how she wears her hair. You gonna get it in the way she talks, in the way she sings, in the way she like her choice of music and stuff like that. How she like you're gonna get that. Like certain other announcers, you might get it maybe if they sing something like that, and you may get it every once in a while and probably what they wear, but that's it. And the outfits, honestly, probably they got help from someone, but you're not gonna get that with everyone. But I love her, okay? Like I like Sam. I like the voices she does. Like when she did Scarlet, they had the Fatal 4-Way with ALP. They big as hell too, by the way. um, they big. Them some big boys. But and Creed and New Catch are my groups, and I thought one of them was gonna win that. But like how she puts the little, when she says Scarlett or Maxine Dupree or like Chelsea Green and stuff like that, like she puts a little oomph in it. Like she does that. But Alicia, when she does hers, she got her little own style to hers. Like I love hers too. I'm not comparing. Love both for different reasons. Okay. Came out. Logan said what he said. Nick came out. Then I was like, who that old man he whispering in his ear to? Okay. Come find out that's his lawyer. Talking about it's not gonna be both titles. It's just gonna be one title. I love when Nick comes on TV because, unlike Adam, okay, he says what's on his mind regardless. He don't care. This how you know he was a wrestler, and he was probably good at promos while he was wrestling, because he always got something to say. And he said something to him, and I said, um, Logan. I was like, first of all, you forgot who you talking to, okay? You can't just say anything to Nick while Nick is around. Chelsea learned that early on, okay? Because she tried to pull the manager situation like she do with Adam, okay? I was like, Adam rarely does that. The last I saw a video clip of him doing it to Rhonda, but other than that, so then he leaves, and then him and Cody says it, and then Cody was like, WWE Hall of Famer Mike Tyson is gonna beat Jake, and the future WWE Hall of Famer, me, I'm gonna beat you. And I said, okay. And someone was like, Cody cooks when he's like he is, but a little heelish with his promos. I said, okay. I said, because if we can get Cody, and I know he can do it, he probably just staying rated G or PG for the kids. But if we can get Cody to put on the matches he puts on, like he did the one in Backlash, and we get him to do promos like his wife, okay? Who the hell told you? Like, give us some spice with the promos. We be doing something for real, okay? We'll be doing something. And, like, for real. And people are comparing him to, like, Daniel Bryan. And, when Daniel won at Wrestlemania, it was like they're basically trying to, which one was better, which one was better. I didn't see the other one, so I have no opinion on it. But my thing was, I was like, okay, it don't have to be both because I didn't want him unified anyway. I was like, well, he gonna lose to Cody in Saudi, which won't be his first time losing in Saudi, okay? Because you lost to Roman, and then you can was it Saudi? And then you can fight Montez for the U.S. title and lose that too, okay? Cause it was like Montez cutting a promo on a bump, and they was like they don't know how to act, they don't know how to react. Sam and them, they was like they just looking like, and I was like he cutting, and someone was like I'm so pissed, I'm still pissed at they didn't like catapult his solo career after EC last year. I said okay, cause that was me too. I was like after I saw that match, I was like first I already heard him promo in the ring. Okay. And I saw a little bit of what he could do when he fought like the Usos and stuff like that. But we knew they wasn't giving up the title to them after they was on the reign. They was gonna let New Day and them duke it out and stuff like that for whatever. And I'm still a little upset that his wife got a tag title before he did. She done had I've been watching, I actually found out when. I started watching May 20th of 2022. Cause I Googled, I was like, when did Naomi and Sasha like give up the titles? So they said they gave up their titles, they dropped them off May 16th, 22, which was the Raw. I watched it. I might have watched it on Raw. Because if they dropped them off and they didn't show and then they did the Raw thing, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So then that Friday, May 20th, it's the first time I watched it. That's when my son had got into it a couple weeks before that, and the kids at school was getting into wrestling, and he got into it. So he wanted me to watch with him, and that's when they had the unification of the tag team titles. So I've been watching it literally almost 2 years. And in those 2 years, she done had 3 titles. My girl had 3 titles. Been on the had a WrestleMania match, a good one, with the match outfits, press conference, all that, and been on the cover of the game, gay, and I had a reality show. I'm waiting for her clothing line or her gear line next. Okay, and it got to be clothes. She could come out with a and I tweet and I sent this to her. Well, not I commented it on her IG. I was like, you ain't even gotta be regular clothes. Like you can do, because she ran track and played basketball and all that other stuff. She can do gear clothes for future wrestlers or upcoming wrestlers. She do gymnastics clothing, about the same thing. Cheer clothing, because she said after she played girls basketball, she used to put on her cheerleading outfit, go cheer for the boys. She could make track clothing, anything athletic, okay, that's cute. You said she said she used to do CrossFit and be in them competitions and do that. She could do that. She could do the jump for the bodybuilding. You ain't even got to touch regular clothes, and she'll still get paid. Okay, not even off the strength of it just being her, but just because the stuff is cute. Okay, just saying that, cause I don't even care. I'm still stuck on that. What's the backlash fast lane outfit with the gray, black, and yellow, like that jacket and outfit. That was one of my favorites in the past 2 years. That she looks great in silver and gold. And then the first time I saw her in red, like all red, like what she wore last Friday. Excuse me, or the Friday before last. It was sometime in like the last 4 weeks. But yeah. So I was like, well, he can fight Montez for the next title. Because honestly, I've said that. I was like, the next match either needs to be Montez and Santos, or Montez and Ricochet, or Montez and Logan. Because he always talk about how he got this killer frog splash, and on the back of Montez's gear, it was King of the Frog Splash. I thought it meant something else at first. I thought he was like T.I. I thought it meant King of the effing South. It fits too, you know what I'm saying? But it was King of the Frog Splash. Once I think my son told me, I said, oh, that makes more sense. So yeah, so then it was Jade versus Nia, and they got into the ring or whatever. And I was like, And this is before the match, so I was like, I know it's probably gonna be Jade versus Bianca, but I really want it to be Bianca versus Nia. Okay, and I said this prior to the match, and I was like, don't hate me, y'all. Y'all, that's just what I want. I'm selfish. Everybody wants or makes their predictions before each match. Doesn't mean we're always right. I'm not. A lot of times I'm not upset either way, as long as the match is good or it's like a build upon on a storyline. I don't care. Or a start of a new one. Like Candace turning heel at first was confusing as hell, cause something like that. But it kept building, cause after the first time, the whole audience was silent, and I was like, that's weird. Like it's just weird for them to be silent like that. But yeah. So then I think Nia was getting her, try to get her again with like a third time, and then Jade ended up getting her to get out the ring, and then I hear no, mommy, no, and I said, oh, not Bayley being there. So then Bayley was being there, and then she was like, your mom sucks, and she was like, no, she does not. And I said, listen, that little girl got to be like 7 years old. She is a very brave little girl, okay? And they either explained stuff to her before the show, or she is real, or even if she did, they didn't, and she just went with it. Very, very, very. And I'm saying that because a lot of girls that are 7 would have cried, whether they knew, whether they were part of the story or not. They would have cried. Like my sister was one of those. She was a cry for everything. She didn't have to get punished or spanked or something. Like you could just say something to her real stern and she start crying. Like so. But yeah, so when she go, mommy, mommy. I said, I would have saw red after that, okay? I said, girl, I said, use your mama's strength. First, if that was me and my son was on the side and he's, mommy, no. My son probably would have started crying or would have got pissed. But as soon as I would have heard, mommy, no, her side, I'd have grabbed that chair. I'd grab the chair and then and it was a DQ match. And I said, how is she disqualified? And I was like, is it because they timed out or is it because of the chair? I'm not, because I was like, the rules, I thought you could use objects outside of it, or maybe not. But I was like, daggone bloodline, a whole lot interfered. Ain't nobody say nothing, but I guess because the ref ain't see it. But, excuse me. But, by disqualification, Nia ends up winning. And I was kind of happy. Now also in that aspect of her winning. First of all, if Nia fought Jade, like she's fought Becky when we saw her on Raw, or that no DQ match, even if it was DQ, or she fought, I was gonna say Naomi, but her and Naomi family, because even when she lifted her up and slammed on the ring, she didn't slam her as hard as she would do everybody else. And I know that because I heard it. It's weird how me working in production every week on Saturdays, Sundays, the guy was like, you would never hear stuff the same. And I don't. Like, it's like I have dog ears for some, I don't know, in a sense. Like when people sing off note, being musically or certain volumes and stuff like that, like you can hear the amplified and it's weird. It's hard to explain. But when yeah, um so I was like, Nia fights veterans of a certain skill set. I'm gonna say that. Okay. She's fought the Rias, she's fought the Shaynas, she's fought the Raquels, she's fought the Livs, she's fought the Beckys. You know what I'm saying? Like since she's been back. Raw is a whole different caliber than SmackDown. SmackDown, I feel like, are for the family-friendly people or the people that's in development that needs to be, you know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I was like, Jay wasn't ready for Nia. Jay was barely ready for Piper. Because when they told, Zay was like, oh, she had a monstrous wrestling match against Piper. And I was like, I know this is what you're supposed to do at your job. But y'all need to stop lying. Okay? Like, I love Jade. She is stunning. Okay, loved her promos and stuff like that. Her playing the heel on AEW and stuff like and all of that. But I was like, she barely won that fight, and the only reason why she won that fight is because she's holding the title. Because if not, Piper would have won that. If we're gonna keep it 100, okay. So I feel like Nia would have obliterated her. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right now. I'm tired as hell. Okay, so like I feel like, and I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying because Jade is more of a newbie, and she said this. Okay, she's not said like a newbie, but she said, okay, you guys, like I'm not debuting when she got signed in September. I'm not debuting yet because I'm still in the performance center, like practicing and all this other stuff and trying to get better. And now her being with Jade, Bianca, iron sharpens iron, all that other stuff. And I'm like, Nia fights veterans. Jade isn't a veteran yet. She's only been there 8 months, and she's only debuted in the past 5 months. So like, she's more of a newbie than Tiff. Cause at least I think we got Tiffany in November, and she was at NXT before that. Like you know what I'm saying? But you know what I would have loved to been in the Queen of the Ring match. Since all these people got injured, they should have put Blair in one of the matches. Okay, and I seen her at Deadline. Okay, if they could put Dragunov in the match, they could have put Blair in one of the matches. Okay, I'm just saying. Just like on Raw when he was like, "Why you ain't?" And he was like, "Oh, cause you would drown on the people." And Braun Breaker was like, "No, them people would drown on me." And I said, "That's facts." I said, "Cause I seen that, man." And I'm gonna say the three men that came up out of there that they got from NXT, Carmelo, Dragunov, and Brons was the right choices. Okay. The only thing about that though now is I think both Brons is on Raw, so that somebody gonna have to come up with a nickname. We gonna have to call one BB and BS or something, even though they spell their names different. We got two on one brand, okay? But I'm like, yeah, he different. He different. He like a Bobby, but he big, but he not as big as Bobby. Like he's fast as hell, and when he run and do spirit, that thing scared me. Okay, like he's just different. It's just I don't know. And I don't know if the speed and stuff had to do with him using to play football or what. It's just I don't. It's just different. And then yeah. So I was like Nia versus. So there's like the Nia. This begins the Nia versus Jade feud. And I was like, well, since it's gonna be Bianca versus Nia, I now want Nia to win Queen of the Ring. Not one because it's been plenty of times opportune to her where she could have gotten the women's title and she hasn't. This will give her something. Also, her being Queen of the Ring would put a little spice and oomph to her heel persona. Now she already got that. I'm not negating that. Okay, she got the gear, she got the hair and the look. She's beautiful, does great in the ring, promo stuff like that. But now if you say I'm the Queen of the Ring, she be like, bitch, I'm Queen of the Ring. Okay, like I ain't got to answer to nobody. Like put the little oomph on her. Okay, it gives her even more reason for people to hear her. You know, if they not cheering or booing you, you up out of there. So give her something else. Give her something else. Okay. Now I don't know if y'all gonna try to have her join the bloodline because it seems like it hasn't been no women in it. I think that's the only faction that doesn't have a woman in it. Right? Legado has Erica. LWO has Zelina. The OC has Mei Chen. The Alpha Academy has Maxine. Creed Brothers have Ivy. Like, New Day back in the day used to have Bayley, but they ain't got her no more. But that's not really a faction. That's just a. The Pride has B-Fab. Final Testament has Scarlet. Yeah, Bloodline the only one. I think that's the only faction left that I said. Yeah, they're the only one that don't have a female on theirs. I don't know. Um, and then yeah, so put a little on her name. Like I can't wait for next week. Then it was DIY versus Del Fantasma with Angel and Berto, and I was confused for a second, but I forgot that they're displaying them coming on there, and Ciampa looks pissed. Like he doesn't want to be on SmackDown, or he's trying to get acclimated to it. Um, Ended up being a good match. Electra and Santos tried to interfere, got booted from the wing, and then they still lost. Like how you get help and still lose? That's crazy. So then now I think they face A-Town Down Under next week, which I can't wait to see. Cause like Logan, they're very much delusional too. I want them to be in a faction so bad together, and I wanted them to be in a faction with Pretty Deadly, but now they're on Raw. Pretty Deadly gonna have a time on Raw. Let me tell you something. There's so many tag teams on there. If they don't be in a match at least once every month on TV, something ain't right. It's gotta be at least 6 or 7 tag teams. It was 4 that just fought on Raw on Monday, right? It was AOP, New Catch. Then you had 2 members of the Judgment Day, Creed Brothers. Then you got the Awesome Truth. That's 5. Then you got Pretty Deadly. That's 6. So I think that's it. Yeah, because Eric is still out. We don't even know if he um is coming back or what. I don't even know what injury he has or what kind of injury he has. Lawan! And then I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's all the tag teams on Raw. But still, that's a great number of tag teams because I think on SmackDown it's just and then you got LWO too. So members of that's 8, 7, 7. Yeah. And if you throw in Ricochet and Braun in there again, that's 8. Alpha Academy is 9. Yeah, so they got about a good dozen tag teams. Like Raw doing it with the tag teams, okay? SmackDown, you just got DIY. You just got Street Profits, Legado del Fantasma, and then I think that's it. I don't think they have any more men. Maybe some people in the Bloodline is 4. So that's crazy. Let me just think about it. But random, I was just thinking about like if they ever decide to do a mixed tag team match, I would want I still want the Bianca versus Candice match redone because it was short as hell, and I know both of them could cook. But I would want to see Johnny and his wife Candice versus Bianca and Montez only because Johnny's such a good wrestler too. Like Johnny's such a good wrestler too. And also when people were saying they didn't want Jade to fight Bianca because Jade is still learning, and Bianca would have ate her up. Like it had people talking about like Bianca is carrying the team or whatever. Like I don't care. Like, and I'm here for the Black Girl Magic, so I love to see them two shine. But I really wanted to see Nia and Bianca in the ring, so I'm kind of glad that she's in the ring. I don't know what's gonna happen next week, and I have a theory that Bianca's gonna lose. I don't know how she's gonna lose, but I'm here for it. Like I'm here to see that match. I'm excited. And then we had ooh, um sorry. Then we had Randy versus Melo. So Randy comes out, and I keep forgetting how big he is. Not like I'm like, dang, to the camera. And then speaking of cameras, so when they had the promo and they was showing like Logan holding up his belt. I don't know what camera person was up on him like this. And then it was like they was losing balance on camera. The camera was going like this, like showing a above his hand and his head down. I'm like, what is going on with the camera people? Because the last 2 weeks, it's like part of y'all been struggle, or I don't know if y'all hearing the cue from the person late, or the person up in the production area, or on the production area is saying the stuff late. But I feel like no, it's the people in production. Because if I'm up here like this, the person has to go in production. Okay, cut 1, cut 2, cut 3. You know what I'm saying? So it's them. Because I'm like, I don't know. Somebody wasn't paying attention at part of their job. But yeah, then it was Randy versus Carmelo. And at the beginning, Carmelo was getting handled. Because I'm like, how many times he getting slammed up against his announcement table? So then he landed on the floor like this. His face turned red. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I don't know what kind of new announcements tables y'all got since the beginning of this year. But they different announcements tables, okay? Because last year, if Randy would have slammed him once or twice through the announcement table, that announcement table would have been broke. But I know they probably got the ones that's more expensive because WWE said, the hell with that, all you keep buying all these tables. We just gonna pack up the ones we got and move to the next city. Cut the budget, okay? And this is why you buy stuff that has quality, okay? Because you're thinking, oh, it's too expensive and I don't want to pay that much. But listen, you spend $50 on something and it lasts 4 or 5 years. It's better than spending $20 on something that's cheap. It might last 6 months, okay? So then, now you got to buy 10 of them, right? That's $200 because you wanted to save money at the beginning versus you spending the $50 and could have saved $150. Like, think, okay? So I'm glad that they got something that lasts longer, okay? I had to try to tell my boss that at like when I worked at a grocery store. Because it's weird when we had a hurricane, they didn't have no generators in the grocery store. And I worked in the deli section, and the cheese alone from all around the world is worth $40,000 plus dollars. If the power goes out, lose everything. We have to shove everything in the cooler, right? So I told my store manager, I was like, he's very like nice guy. I was like, why don't we have no generator? And he was like, the company corporate now, who most people in corporate I can't stand because they don't know what it's like to work in an environment that they set the rules for. Like some of the rules they set are entirely impossible. Entirely impossible. Some of them they do it because they don't want to give people bonuses for them hitting their marks, which is a scheme. But some of it doesn't make sense. Like that customer always right crap is not right. It's stupid. And then you talking about you give people like where I worked at, you gave people double the refund, 200%. So someone brings like something old back that they don't want, like some chips they might taste stale. For example, you give them the price of the chips in a gift card, and then that in cash, that's 200%. But you really give them 300% because you'll ask them to replace the chips, and I'm like, y'all losing money like that. But anyways, I was like, why won't y'all get a generator? He's talking about something because they said it's too expensive. So us getting a storm randomly, even a regular storm, because it was up and covered neighborhood town, so they built a whole bunch of houses, not enough electricity generators in the town. So they was like, they don't want to spend the money. So I'm like, y'all rather have a random thunderstorm and y'all lose $40,000 in plus. I said it's got to be $200,000. I said $40,000 is just the cheeses in it. Does I was like, that's not including the meats, the pastas, none of that. We had the chicken section with people frying, baking, roasted chicken. I said that's just deli section. We're not counting the bakery with the fresh groceries. We're not counting the produce. We're not counting the meat department, seafood department. We're not counting the frozen department. I was like, he was like, a generator costs $150,000. I was like, the generator will pay for itself if the power goes out. No food loss. Like, anyways, but after they had the commercial, Carmelo was up in the ring. No, what had me though before that was he kept slapping Carmelo out of the out of the on the announcement table, right? And then after that, jumped right back in the ring, and then jumped right back out so the count can start over. And I was like, "What's happening?" So after the oh, I just had jambalaya. Sorry. After the and it was not spicy. After the which I'm mad about. After the that Carmelo was up in the ring, and I said, first of all, I'm surprised he up. That gotta be that adrenaline, okay? Because he done got his back slammed 20,000 times. Came back, did his little move, which is kind of like the Cody Cutter. I think it is a Cody Cutter. He just renamed it something else. And then, ooh, I gotta take this down. And then, he, ended up getting, picked up and slammed. I think he did try to do something by Randy after he went for his knee. And then, okay. Went for his knee, got picked up and slammed. I think he got, Randy tried to do the vintage Orton on him. And, something happened, and then he got RKO'd in the ear, and Carmelo ended up losing. So I was like, LA tried to tell you, dog. LA tried to tell you. First of all, I didn't care who won this match. Second of all, it's like Carmelo's second or third time main event in Smackdown, which I'm not mad at either. Of course, if you go against Randy, whoever goes against Randy is going to main event because it's Randy. Second of all, I didn't care who won because I was like, if Carmelo had won, he had to fight Tama. Solo's going to interfere in some type of way. It's going to restart the feud between him and Solo from NXT, which I'm not mad at, okay? Second of all, I was like, but if Randy ends up winning, then it continues his feud with Bloodline that he done had the past 2 years since I've been watching. Literally been watching since he was part of RK Bro. Okay? And I was like, this will further his story with them. So then they come out. I think Solo had to hold back Tama, and he was talking about something. I'm the 14-time WWE champion. Like, y'all gotta come harder than me with that. Whatever. I'll see you next week. He said it's sorry, but he really meant wherever they gonna be at next week. So then I was like, you know who coming back soon? KO. I said it'd be better if he come back next week, because then it's crazy. And the funny thing is, KO left Raw because he couldn't trust Jay, but then you end up on SmackDown with the Bloodline. Like, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm waiting. I can't wait for next week. Monday I'm gonna be there live. And then Friday, hopefully, my hair is dry. These are coming out by Friday. Monday I'm probably keep them in because I don't want to have to wear a ponytail and then be ready to take it out. And then be sitting up in Raw looking crazy. Unless I probably wear 2 like braids. But yeah, so I'm just ready to see what's gonna happen. Okay. I'm excited. Cause at first, honestly, I thought for some reason that King of the Ring and stuff was gonna be before we got to Raw this week. No, I don't think King of the Ring was announced yet. So when I bought the tickets and they had said something about Saudi, I don't know why my brain thought that Raw Saudi Arabia was before Greensboro. But that's what my brain thought. That's how I know I be tired and don't really be paying attention sometimes. But I can't wait. Okay? I just can't wait. Got to drive a little bit, but I can't wait. It's not like I'm going from Nashville, which is 8 hours from here, or Atlanta, which is 5.5 hours or something like that. That's the same distance. So Greensboro's the halfway point. That's the same distance from there to DC. But yeah, I cannot wait to see what's going on. They only got one good hotel for the people. It's in WWE that's watching. If you're going to Saudi straight after that, flying there, you might be better off, honestly, getting a hotel RDU, because I think it's a little tiny bit closer than going to Charlotte. Just saying. And I'm not just saying that so celebrities can see you, but I'm just saying that because RDU is literally in Morrisville, and from Morrisville to Greensboro, I think it's 50 minutes versus you going an hour and a half to Charlotte. Anyways, I hope everyone has a great week. And if not, you woke up this entire week and you're blessed with waking up. It's a lot of people who didn't wake up. It's a lot of people that are going through emotional stuff. Like the boy passed away. Condolences to his family, Stephen. Please teach your kids to be kind to other people. And a lot of the times, it's not even the fact that kids don't want to be kind to other people. They get it because that's what they see and hear. So if you have issues that you have not worked out as a parent, maybe somebody belittled you when you were younger, or you hate your life or something like that, whatever issue you got going on, and you take it out on everybody in the house, your child is getting bullied at home by you, they're going to go out and project that, and they're going to end up doing it to other kids. Except for one or two things is going to happen. They either going to come across a kid and stuff like that is going to feel real bad, and they're going to make them feel real low and stuff like that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Or your kid going to get their ass whooped because they're going to come across the right one, and that kid ain't going to play with them. Okay? My son started watching wrestling. We started watching wrestling 2 years ago. Somebody tried to bully him. He choked them. He put them in a headlock, and they went to sleep. Like, don't be playing with people's kids just because they look sweet and nice and won't do nothing. And I don't play about mine, okay? Up there. I don't fight kids, but I will fight your mama. So go be nice to people's kids, okay? Be nice to your own kids, okay? If not, and kids, if you feel like your parent isn't being nice to you or whatever, ask them if you can live with your grandparents or parents or something. Stay close to someone that loves you, because a lot of people grow up to become adults that don't know what proper love and encouragement is, and think it's someone being weak or nerdy or weird. And then when you actually grasp the concept of, no, that's somebody trying to love you and treat you nice and stuff like that, it's too late. In a sense of a word, especially when you're trying to find a spouse, it might be too late, because the one that you thought was a Bama or corny or something like that, he or she is married now. Okay. And then some of you might have kids early, and by the time you figure out that's the way you're supposed to love someone, your kids, you don't put your kids through that damage, and it becomes a generational thing. Like, heal first, talk to someone first, do something. Okay, but bullying and talking down on people is not enough, and physical abuse is not good either. No type of abuse is good, okay? But I've seen various types of abuse, and I will say, and this is just my opinion, that mental and emotional have more longer effects than physical, and I've seen it. I'm not sure. I've been a victim of mental and emotional, but I haven't been a victim, thank God, of physical. And I've seen my mom go through all three, and I feel like the other two are worse, but I could be wrong. Any type, like I said, is bad. But people will never forget what you said to them, how you made them feel, what you called them, and then it gets trapped into their mind of what they think they are, because my mama said I was this, or my mama said I can't do this, or my dad said I wasn't this, or my dad said I couldn't do this. Like, remember that whatever you say, that's why they say words. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. Whatever you say, you can't take back. And Words last. Once you put it out in the air, it's out there. But I hope everyone has a great week. Bye.